Now, I said going into this topic that the conversation for this game is centered around the Denver Broncos. And not in the sense that you would think. Especially after last year. Going into the season and the Denver Broncos being 0-2. What do you think the conversation or the reasoning would be that this team is 0-2? You'd probably say because of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was horrible last year, and you'd think that of a team that had a horrible quarterback last year is 0-2, you would think it's probably because of the quarterback, correct? And rightfully so, bro. That's what I thought it would be. I thought that if the Denver Broncos were going to start off slow or we're going to start off bad, it's because Russell Wilson is truly gone. And the Russell Wilson that we're used to in Seattle, outside of the last year in Seattle, is just no more. I do think that's the case, at least the latter part, saying that I think Russell Wilson, I don't think he should be considered a top tier quarterback anymore. I don't think he should be considered a bottom tier quarterback either. But I will say that shockingly, the Denver Broncos have one of the best offenses, and Russell Wilson has been one of the best offensive players in football this year. And again, I understand it's two games, but he's been one of the best offensive players in the league. But I thought going into the season, if they were to struggle, it was going to be because of him and his offense sputtered. That has not been the case at all. In fact, it's been the complete opposite. Russell Wilson has been very good this year. No, he's not, Legion of Boom, going to the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson, nah. But Russell Wilson has been light years better than he was last year. The issue with this team has been their defense. The Denver Broncos, they can't stop a nosebleed. And this is the same defense that has Patrick Surtain II, and that has Justin Simmons, and that has Demaris Matt. Like, this team has Randy Gregory. It can't get a stop. We saw that against the Raiders, and we saw that on Sunday against Washington. And if it wasn't for this team was up, I think 21-7 or 21-3, I think, and lost 35-33. And honestly, they only got that touchdown because of a Hail Mary at the end. So the schedule, it would have been worse. I'm not saying that Sean Payton's tenured has looked bad, because again, it's only 2 games. But he did start the first game on an onside kick. But what I will say is the issues that the Denver Broncos are dealing with right now, you never would have thought they would be dealing with the personnel that they have. And the issues that they thought they would be having, i.e. Russell Wilson playing bad, they're not having. Because Russell Wilson has been one of the best offensive players in football, surprisingly, if you look at the stats. I mean, he threw for 308 yards, 3 touchdowns. I know he had 1 interception, but I'm not saying that all, there's a bunch of 0-2 teams. Again, we talked about the Chargers, we talked about the Broncos, talked about the Bears, the Bengals we'll talk about in a second. There's a bunch of 0-2 teams, and I'm not saying that the season's over. But what I'm saying is it's very tough to start your season behind the 8 ball pretty much. And that's what you're doing, putting yourself in 0-2 hole. And on top of that, your defense is supposed to be your calling card, has been bad. Oh man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.